Hello everyone. In this video we're taking a look at the 2025 gubernatorial elections in New Jersey and Virginia. So we're going to start off with the race that's more of a long shot for Republicans, which is the Virginia governor's race. So Winsome Earl-Sears, she's running a pretty terrible campaign. She's really bombing in the polls. So she has little chance at winning. Polymarket currently only has her at a 3% chance at winning this race. So that kind of shows you that she's pretty much out of it. According to the recent polling, we've definitely seen Abigail Spanberger do a lot better in more of the recent polling. Emerson poll, which is a high quality pollster, has her up by 10. Another recent poll has her up by 12, the Washington Post poll. So, again, a lot of pretty solid pollsters has her down by double digits. Trafalgar has her only leading by 5, but pretty much every poll has the Democrat winning this race by at least a likely blue margin. But currently, I do think Spanberger is on track for a victory. I don't think it's going to be double digits. I think it's still going to be decently close because, again, the early vote isn't the best for the Democrats in Virginia right now, and I do think early vote analysis has some merit. Early on, it kind of shows the energy of a race, so I definitely am going to take that into account. But then again, you're going to have to assume that Spanberger is winning those independents by a pretty solid margin, and we don't know what Election Day looks like. It could still look pretty blue on Election Day. It isn't a presidential election, so turnout can be definitely different, but I think it's still going to be a likely blue race. I think Spanberger is on track for an 8-point victory, which is a pretty substantial win, considering Youngkin won Virginia back in 2021 by 1 point or so. So it's still a pretty solid victory for the Democrats. They're probably going to get a pretty big win in the Virginia state legislature, the House of Delegates. They're going to get a decent win in. So they're going to return a trifecta back to Virginia for the Democratic Party. So I expect Spanberger to win by 8 points in the state of Virginia. So a decent sized victory for them. And now we're going to take a look at New Jersey. So New Jersey is a race that has definitely tightened up. I believe in the last prediction, New Jersey I had it as lean blue. Even the polls said she was going to win by 8. And now the polls have definitely tightened a lot more since then. They now have it within a lean blue margin. Cheryl's only up by 4.9 on average. So that is within the lean blue category. But we take a look at the polls, and only a couple of them, well, really only 2, have it as a possible Republican flip. Emerson College has it as a tie. They're a solid pollster. But there's a lot more undecideds in this race, and those undecideds are the more left-leaning voters, according to the Emerson poll. They're voters who went to Harris by a pretty substantial margin, so at the end of the day, they would probably go with Cheryl. National Research is the Republican internal for Jack Ciattarelli's campaign, but they only have him up by 1. It's not really substantial. And we also had an internal poll done by Mikey Sherrill campaign that only had her up by 7. So that's something to take into account. Fox News did a poll in this race, having her up by 7 as well. I don't think she's going to win by 7. And based on the early vote, it actually looks decent for Republicans. It's kind of looking like 2024's early vote. But you also have to factor in that a bit more independents are going to go to Ciattarelli than they went to Trump, as in 2024. So he definitely has a shot. She's not over 50% in a lot of these polls. There's a good amount of undecideds here. And back in 2021, polls really overestimated Democrats in the gubernatorial race. So I would give him at least I would say a 30% chance at winning, while I give Cheryl a 70% chance at winning. So right now, I would put Cheryl, I think she wins by 3 points. I think this stays as a Democratic hold, but in November, maybe he could pull off the upset. There's that 30% chance. It's not like in Virginia when it's pretty set in stone that Spanberger has a 95% chance at victory. New Jersey, there's a 30% chance the Republican flips the gubernatorial race in a Trump midterm, which is pretty rare for the opposition party to flip a toss-up governor race. So right now I have Cheryl winning New Jersey's governor race by about a 3-point margin, which would categorize it as lean blue. So Democrats net Virginia's gubernatorial race while holding on to New Jersey by a narrow margin. But that's currently how I see these races going. Let me know down in the comments below how you think these two races are going to go and what you think the margins will be. I have Spanberger winning by 8, Cheryl winning by 3. So let me know what you think of that. Other than that, if you're new to this channel and you enjoy U.S. political content like this, you should definitely consider subscribing. Other than that, I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.